What is the schooling what does that look like for children in Italy?
I mean, so there's a lot of different options, and we debated for a long time what option would be best for the kids. And, there's the Italian public schools, and then there are the international schools as well. And then you have some Italian private schools. So we were kind of debating on if we were going to send the kids to an international school that kind of spoke English, if we would go public or private. And really, it came down to the international schools, I think, are great. And especially for older kids that might have a harder time learning Italian, like if you're bringing teenagers over. But we kind of figured that our kids were at the prime age to learn the language. And it was a big decision for me that I wanted to kind of throw them in and have them learn. So we opted to go with a smaller Italian private school, and we toured them in Italy and just really fell in love with this smaller Italian private school. So it's all in Italian. They do one science lesson in English, which I think will be good too, because they're trying to teach the Italian kids English as well. But then there's also some kids there that are from Australia, England, and a few Americans. So I think it's going to be a nice balance of having the locals and then also having some other of the expats there too that speak English. So that's kind of was our decision. But, I've heard great things from talking to other moms that have sent their kids to the Italian public schools, and they went in not speaking a word of Italian at all and came out just fine as well. So probably just a family preference, I would say. But yeah, for us, it was just about kind of throwing them in and having them learn.
Wow, that's amazing. So it's gonna be all in Italian. That is not what I expected. I wasn't really sure if that was a thing. I wasn't sure if they require kids coming from the US, for example, to do a predominantly English program until they reach a certain proficiency in Italian.
Yeah,
You just
I
throw
didn't
them right
either.
in.
Yeah, and that's what I kind of thought. I was thinking maybe they would have to go to an international school because they don't have a good Italian knowledge base. But they're so welcoming in the schools that we toured and everyone that we talked to, and they're so happy to have us no matter what. So I
Mhm.
think there is typically about like one English teacher at the schools that we looked at, and those English teachers help the kids that aren't strong with their Italian. But one thing I found is they're so accommodating. Like they're willing to help and they're willing to help the kids that don't speak Italian and help them learn.